Hello, my name is Matt. I'm an illustrator and a dungeon master, and I'm creating a world called Winter's Edge. In this episode, I'm going to cover an event that happened in its recent history called the Prohibition, where magic was outlawed throughout the land. So let's get into the narration, and I'll put my artwork over the top to try to keep it interesting for you. And thank you for watching. Lord Roland had always feared magic. His father was assassinated through arcane means after all. This lifelong fear had built up into a simmering resentment. The king should be the most powerful being in the realm. It gored the young ruler that anyone who had the potential of sorcery could wipe out his armies with a flick of their fingers. He had heard the whispers. The commoners wondered at his right to rule when there were wizards out there that wielded true power. All the king had was a diluted bloodline that lay his claim to the throne. All of this simmering resentment came to a boil during an exhibition at the School of Magic in the city of Yor. The king was in attendance, although he loathed such showcases. They only served to highlight his own shortcomings. An ambitious Udai wizard known as Ka-Rul tried to weave the white in front of the king. Weaving the white was trying to weave all three colors of magic back into its purest form. Long thought to be an impossible feat of spellcasting, it was utterly forbidden. Although all things are said to have come from the white, it was theorized that an unsuccessful weaving could mutate into the black and potentially undo creation itself. Indeed, Ka-Rul's weaving quickly became unstable and muddied itself into a corrupted strain that twisted everything it touched and almost reached the king. The king's fear and outrage was evident to all that saw, and he demanded that Ka-Rul be banished. The head of the school of Yor, the respected Kodan, had little choice. Trying to weave the white was strictly forbidden, and the danger it presented to the king had sealed Ka-Rul's fate. He was shamed and banished. Ka-Rul fled and became a hermit in Yor's vast woods. He embraced the corrupted magic that he had discovered. He also made huge constructs and imbued them with powerful spirits that wandered the land. He built himself an army while his corrupted magic twisted him into a dark creature filled with paranoia and resentment. In time, he marched onto the city of Yor with his army of constructs. The swathe of destruction his corrupted sorcery left behind still remains to this day. The area in Yor known as the Scar is a dead zone where nothing can live for long. The School of Magic was utterly destroyed and many of its teachers and students were killed. Ka-Rul then turned his eye onto the great walled city of Rulorn, where the king sat on his throne. His terrible army of constructs marched on, sweeping aside the king's armies and destroying the small towns found along the way. The constructs gathered outside the great walled city of Rulorn, and all seemed lost. Then the constructs fell still. The magic powering them somehow stopped. Ka-Rul had been betrayed from within. He fled and has not been seen to this day. The king of Rulorn was mortified and prohibited all use of magic and shut down its schools. He even turned his back on Yor, blaming the city for the attack. Yor became an independent city outside the realm's protection. It quickly devolved into a sordid nest of pirates and thieves. The king left the frozen constructs outside his city of Rulorn as a terrifying reminder of what magic can do. It did not take long for the fearful citizens to turn on their own magic users, and they found themselves shunned and cast out. Many wizards changed their identities and started new lives in nearby cities. Some left civilization altogether and became hermits, living deep in the woods and mountains. It is even said a few founded a secret school hidden somewhere in the wildlands. Today, the prohibition of magic has largely relaxed in many parts of the kingdom. The distant city of Avalor has even re-established the School of Magic. Only Rulorn, city of the king, actively enforces the prohibition of sorcery and punishes those who practice it. The port city of Yor also despises magic. Half the town was destroyed by it, and the scar remains. Its citizens, by nature superstitious and vicious, will quickly turn on anyone they suspect of sorcery. Even so, wizards still live among the people of Rulorn and Yor, but they lead secret lives, hiding their craft from the common folk. Many keep their secret to themselves, not trusting anyone else, but underground societies have been formed. The most notable being the Weavers, who lie in wait, preparing for the day magic will be needed again. They believe Karul will return, with an even more formidable army, and only the Weavers will be able to stop him, and perhaps earn back the respect of the common folk. They practice their arts in a secret tournament, playing the whispered game, where they cast magic into tiny arenas while totems they have created do battle. Amongst them are the Seekers, who are trying to find the 6 lost tiles that powered Karul's original army, hoping they can use the abandoned constructs that lie outside the walls of Ruland to help fight when Karul returns. There is also a darker organization known as the Order of Othros that believes the wizards should seize power and rule the land. They also seek the 6 tiles, but for more nefarious reasons. Okay, so that was the Prohibition. Please leave a comment if anything didn't make sense, or if you think there's something that could be done to improve this event. As I say, this is all a work in progress and will be revised and changed as we work our way through it. But thank you for watching, and more to come. Bye.